Let's get more on these buoyant results from Origin Energy, and we welcome its Managing Director, Grant King, who now joins us from our Sydney Bureau. Grant, thank you so much for sharing your time with us today. Let me just point out this 28% gain in profit for the first half. I guess people are just looking ahead. What about the second half? How's that looking?
Yes, good afternoon. We've obviously announced a 28% increase in first half profit to December, and in so doing have given or reaffirmed our full year guidance of 15% for the full year. Now clearly that implies a lower second half than the first, and we've very much drawn people's attention to the fact that in 8 of the 10 years we've reported, our second half has always been lower, largely for seasonal reasons. Somewhat counter that trend, we've got new projects coming online which will actually see our underlying profit and EBITDA level higher, in fact, than prior half. But our interest expense will also be a lot higher because we're bringing these new projects online, and interest that we've previously been capitalising will be expensed. And we also had some tax benefits in the first half.
Let's talk about those new projects. They sound really exciting, actually, because Origin, BG, and Santos are also among companies planning to convert the gas from coal seams as well. So Origin's project also in the same area near Gladstone, the Queensland region. Let me just ask you, why would customers buy from Origin Energy instead of the other names that I mentioned, such as Santos, when they can convert gas first in their projects?
Yeah. Well, I think if you look at the 3 projects you've referenced, our understanding is that BG would contend that they've effectively already marketed their project. They've announced contracts with various buyers already in the Asian region. So we, in a sense, see that they're on a path to approve their project and proceed against customers they've already secured. I think the second important point is that the projects target a particular window. We're targeting a window to 2015 commencing. And so clearly we're seeking buyers who have a need in that time frame. Now we're competing against other projects. Other projects have different time frames, some earlier, some later. In our experience, buyers do a lot of project due diligence to gain confidence in the projects, and that's a process we're going through in discussions with a number of buyers right now.
Yeah, your project will come online at in the year 2015, so that's still a few years off. Let me just ask you about your joint venture with ConocoPhillips, also in the Queensland area, which has just agreed to sell LNG to a rival venture with BG. What about this partnership with Conoco? Some say that their shareholders are sounding a bit skeptical these days and wants Conoco to sell off assets globally. How intact is this JV partnership that you have?
Yeah. I'm not a close follower of what Conoco shareholders are saying, but being a shareholder with Conoco and LNG, I'd have to say the progress has been made by the joint venture, and of course that joint venture is supported by Origin as upstream operator and Conoco's downstream operator. I think it's making excellent progress. So yeah, there's absolutely no evidence to me, and if I had a message for anybody, including Conoco shareholders, is that we feel very confident about the way that project is progressing, and very, very confident of the contribution that Conoco is making to that project.
All right, Grant, thank you so much for dropping by today. That's Grant King of Origin Energy.